Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck at? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Message deleted.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series qualifier in Bellingham, Washington for our Life Force Ninja qualifier. I am Billy Dixon, joined alongside Kane Casillas, and we are ready to get into some teen action today.
That's right, Billy. We are coming at you guys live with the teen female and teen male division, where some of the top athletes from the United States and Canada will be battling it out on two amazing courses made by the minds behind Life Force, Becca Margulies and Jaden Welch. This power duo has absolutely upped the stakes this year, and these past few divisions have been absolutely electric to watch.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see how both the placement and challenge courses can develop for our teens here today and for our elites later on today, which I'm both very excited about. Now, of course, before we get into everything, it's important to establish the rules and how a Premier Series competition works. What we do is we take two courses today. We have the placement course and the challenge course. Now, your placement course is like your traditional World Ninja League course. If you fall once or your time runs out, that's it, your run is over. It's typically a shorter course, and its main purpose is to determine the run order for the challenge course, which is the big one of the day. There are 2 retries allowed for the entire course, 1 maximum per obstacle, and if you fall on a retry attempt or after running out of retries or you run out of time, your run is over. This is typically a longer course, and it determines the final results, and the top 4 athletes on the challenge course automatically qualify for our finals back here at Life Force in the middle of November.
That's right, and there we're going to see the top 40 athletes per division battling it out in the finals, which is crazy to think because our athletes already here are in the top 25% of the world. We invited the top 25% of athletes based off of their regular season standings and from their performance at the Tier 1 championships, as well as some special invitations for those who have shown some skill outside of the WNL. For example, today you're going to see a lot more Canadian athletes, as we've seen earlier this weekend as well. Thanks to our partnership with the Canadian Ninja League, we've been able to keep tabs on some of the best athletes Canada has to offer. And with Life Force being so close to Canada, it's allowed an opportunity for all of our athletes to really show their stuff, and it's super exciting.
Absolutely, super excited to see so many Canadians. The great thing about Life Force is the fact that it's located in Washington, proper near the Canadian border, so a bunch of the best Canadians can come down here for some of the best ninja training and ninja action possible in the entire world. Now, these courses today would not be possible without the help of two brilliant people. We saw them earlier. It is the help of both Becca and Jaden Welch as well. You can see here the thing that they are both holding is a plaque signifying their status as the best course designers in the world for the WNL. We are super happy to have them here today as our course designers. The courses this weekend have been immaculate across all divisions, and I cannot wait to see how these teams can take to them.
That's right. And it's worth noting as well that says 2024 on that plaque. They also won this award in 2023, making them, they've got a streak that they're upholding here, essentially. They are the best course designers in the world, and we're honored to have them hosting a competition for us today, hosting a competition for us later when the finals comes around in November. And from what I've seen so far in the earlier divisions, they have absolutely lived up to the hype. They've more than delivered, especially on their challenge course. It looks incredible. So I can't wait to see how that course has evolved for the teen division, considering the different variations we've been seeing between every division all weekend.
Absolutely, I cannot wait to see it. Speaking of the qualifiers in general, this is not the last one before our Life Force finals in November. We still have 3 more to go through before we land there and to collect a couple more athletes from across the world. For example, next week we are heading overseas to Swindon in the UK for True Function Ninja Training Ground. That's going to be happening on September 28th and 29th. Then 2 weeks later we head back over to the States for Florida's qualifier at Softlo Ninja Academy. So a bunch of the Florida clan's going to be there. It's going to be sick on October 12th and 13th. Then the next week after that we head over to Missouri for Motus Ninjas, the domain of Donovan Matoya, on October 19th and 20th. And as we've said previously, that will all culminate in the middle of the following month for our Life Force finals in Bellingham, Washington, for our finals out here on November 15th, 16th, and 17th. It's going to be such a fun weekend. So many of the best ninjas in the world in the facility that we've seen already this weekend. I cannot think of a better place to host it.
I got to agree with you, man. It's been insane. They just are constantly upping the ante here at Life Force, and I first saw what the course would be, the challenge course specifically, earlier this weekend, and when I saw it, the only thing I could think was, if this is what their qualifiers like, I can't even imagine how good the final is going to be. They've set the bar pretty high, but they do that on a consistent basis, and it's no surprise that bar keeps getting raised higher and higher. They are just that good at what they do. Not to mention, they definitely have the space for it. Life Force, a massive facility, and these guys know how to use it very well. And of course, besides our amazing designers and the amazing facility, with that has to come some great obstacles, which takes us to one of our sponsors there.
First off, out of our 2 sponsors, it's going to be NinjaWorks, the ultimate in ninja timing systems. These guys are legendary. We do not know where we would be without these guys. They provide the timers, the leaderboards, the buzzers, and the smoke machines. We've been seeing a couple smoke machines out here this weekend, and it's been very nice to see. So big up NinjaWorks. You can check them out, ninjaworks.com, for all of the results around the world for our WNL competitions. Thank you, guys. And our world-famous World Championships would not be possible without the help of our next sponsor, DGS Ninja. We absolutely love these guys as well. Here we can see our 2023 World Ninja League Elite Female Champion, Addie Herman, as a sponsored DGS athlete. Now, what that means is that DGS take a couple of ninjas throughout the entire league and assist them in showing their ninja prowess across the world. For example, Addie Herman went down to Barbados for their Ninja Throwdown a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure that DGS aided Addie and a couple others to show off their incredible ninja skills there. They also sell some amazing products for ninjas at dgsninja.com, and they also provide incredible obstacles for our World Championships. The iconic black and blue rigs wouldn't be possible without DGS. Thank you guys, you lot are legends.
All right, well, with that said, the stage is set for a very high stakes placement course. As Billy said earlier, the placement course will follow the flow course format, one fall, and you are done. This is going to be a very speedy course. I believe the time limit is around 1:15, if not faster. So it's going to be a very mad dash through this course. Now, Billy, what obstacles have stood out to you as you've commentated these past divisions?
The first obstacle right here that we're seeing is definitely one that sticks out. So many opportunities for links out here. You can take a couple extra safety swings if you want to build up a bit of momentum, or just go and link it straight away, which is what we've seen. But it can also be a hindrance, you know. We've seen a couple people falling. I see Lightning McQueen Crocs there. Those are fabulous. Right then, we head over here. This has been updated. In our last division, we saw a trampoline on the wall to bounce over to a platform, and that is a lot of fun. Then we head to a little Lachey lane, followed by a ring slider, which has been really cool to see. Hasn't been much of a problem, but it's just been a nice obstacle to look at. Looks like a lot of fun overall. We head over here. This has been a bit of a hindrance, a little skateboard-looking crate type deal. You slide it across using momentum to grab that ring on a hook, take it with you onto that little stool, and then you take it up onto a little hook, and that is where a boot scoot comes in, where you do a massive swing all the way down to the next platform. This spinning log has also been a bit of a nuisance this weekend. It can be a bit of a difficulty getting past, but so is balance in general. These quad steps and these, I thought that these spinning discs would be a bit of a hindrance, but they are more of just a case of getting caught up on them and not failing them. And all in all, it ends in this massive Lachey lane. In the first day, it only was those 2 rings, but then for this day specifically, we have 3 more pieces of equipment. A little grip apparatus, a little quad step elevated, then a spinning disc down to the buzzer in the allotted time limit. So yes, this placement course is amazing.
You know what I really appreciate about this is, especially in the middle portion of the course, it's very straightforward. You know, in the sense that it is literally a straight line, but there's so much variation to the elevation that our athletes are going to be on, to the types of movements that they have to make, that they really, really made it speedy, efficient, fun, and complicated in its own beautiful way. And I really respect that, because so many times, you know, if there's obstacles in a straight line, you might just be running across something for a long time, or you might be swinging through something for a long time. And we can see here that this placement course is a mix of all of the above. So mad respect there.
Absolutely. Just wait for the challenge course. That's going to be incredible to look at as well.
Oh, yes.
But we are having our first look at our little roster here for the day. We are going to be starting off with our teen females out here. There are 4 of them, including the one and only sibling to our elite female champion, Nora Brown-John, Lily Brown-John. Both of their mums competed earlier today. Their mum has competed earlier today to great success, actually, getting it a long way through the challenge course, coming out of British Columbia, representing some incredible stuff out here. As is the case for a lot of our athletes, we're seeing quite a bit of a Canada and US divide, which is nice to see, really. It could be a little clash of nations, if you know what I'm saying.
Bringing it back to the teen female division there, Lily, absolutely a very strong athlete, but in terms of who the favorite to run away with this is, my favorite is probably Savannah Salinas. She's a world record holder in OCR, and she has been dominating the comps that she's been in most recently. I believe she also qualified for the finals already, and that goes to show just how good she is. You know, if you can do it once, maybe even twice with today's performance, that's definitely something worth noting. Savannah is incredibly fast, incredibly efficient, and I think she's definitely going to be one to look out for. Now, it is worth noting for our team female division that because there are 4 athletes in it, they're going to have to complete the 3rd obstacle of the challenge course in order to qualify for the finals, which means it doesn't really matter how they do in terms of placement against each other, but more so about beating the course itself. And just checking, yes, Savannah
Absolutely.
Salinas won the Premier Series back at Austin Ninjas about a month ago. So she is already qualified. So Amelia, Lily, and Mackenzie will be battling for their spots. And, you know, from there can worry about winning afterwards.
Precisely so. I'm also looking at Mackenzie Burwash as well. She is a black belt in Taekwondo as well, who has a 3rd degree in that regard. Trains out of Momentum Movement Academy in British Columbia. Super, super happy to have her here as well today. It seems to be quite an evenly matched field across the board, actually. I'm noticing a lot of consistencies in terms of our athletes here today, which I'm excited about.
That's right. And it continues on from the teen female division into the teen male division. You can see number 5 on your screen right there, who's going to be our first teen male runner, is William Fu. He is the teen Canadian Ninja League champion. So that's definitely going to be one to come out swinging big time. Having him run first in his division is going to be very interesting. But of course, if he does well enough on the placement course, we could see him run way later on the challenge course, where he'll get to put all of his skills on display. I'm also noticing Michael Matthews is somewhere in our run order, and he was 2nd place at the Premier Series finals last year. So he's going to be another one who really, really wants to take home the win. We also have number 11 on your screen, Tyson Knutson. He's a home gym athlete here today at Life Force Ninja. Finished stage 2 at the World Championship. Oh, and it looks like we might be cutting short here on our hype pieces, because it's time to hype up Amelia Keating as she kicks off our teen division.
Now, she is an OG when it comes to Life Force. She started Ninja as soon as Life Force opened. So hopefully a lot of that experience, 5 years to be exact, can help her out on this placement course, get her a nice position going into challenge.
All right, now you said that some athletes would link this obstacle. Amelia's going to take one swing, nice link motion, and pops right out of there, moving very quickly through. The time not the most lenient, so she knows that she's got to push it with some urgency. That's exactly what she's doing. Nice links and a reach over to the slider. Great dismount there.
Great stuff overall. Sliding across, grabbing that ring, placing it in place for another boot scoot, sprinting across the rolling log. Good. Oh, what was that?
We might have had a little foot tap on one of the dismounts there.
Ooh, that's rough, that.
Unfortunate start. It looked like she had so much momentum going through everything, but might have just undershot one of those landings. Either way, Amelia Keating showed that she definitely has the skills to pay the bills. As we said before, this is not the last we'll see of her. She will be on the challenge course, and I don't think she's going to let that. I don't think she's going to let that repeat itself.
Absolutely not. Now, seeing that and also looking at what we have been offered throughout the course of this weekend in terms of great ninja skill and prowess on these courses, I'm interested to know if any of these athletes have been taking notes from what we've seen so far this weekend. Very, very happy to see so many great athletes out here so far today. Savannah Salinas is going to be our next competitor. Here she is. She's climbing up, ready for the start line. She's going to be coming out of Vegas, actually, at Rhino Ninja Gym. It's going to be a home gym, doing this for 4 years. Excited to see how she does.
Now, make no mistake, Savannah's only 5'3", but she can fly. The gaps here, not a problem for her. Great links.
Having a look at this so far, bounding across.
Nice tack off
use
the wall into the trampoline. Oh my goodness. She did not stick the landing. Oh my goodness. You know, that trampoline move can be so tricky. Beautiful links here on that first obstacle, but my goodness, the tack from wall to trampoline to platform can be so tough, especially at the angle the trampoline's at. I think she just got a little low and it shot her forward instead of up to the platform where she needed to be, and that did her in very surprisingly early. Savannah Salinas going to find herself in second at the moment. She could be going first on the challenge course.
But now, up next is going to be Lily Brown John. We've hyped up the rest of her family all weekend. It is now her turn on the course here, coming out of Momentum Movement Academy. Really excited to be here. Super stoked to see how she does. Linking right out the gate. Great stuff from Lily Brown John. Bounding across these angled steps. Now, how's she going to fare? Just saw Savannah go out here.
Oh, great
But not
skip.
today for her.
What a nice beta break there by Lily Brown John. She saw that trampoline move can be super tricky, so she just avoided it entirely. Nice skate right over. Grabs that ring, almost comes off.
Very, very
and
close
now for the
there.
boot scoot. And I believe Lily Brown John still staying alive. Has 25 seconds left coming into our final lane of obstacles here.
Now, is it going to be interesting if we see a couple of links here? It looks like she's set up for them. She's going to take a little bit of time to readjust, use that step to then bound across to that disc. Oh, is she fine? Is she good? She's fine. Yes, she made it. No, it doesn't look like it. I think she's done it.
Hold on, because she hit the buzzer. We'll have to check back on that. Let's take a look here.
It did look very close in all fairness.
Yeah, right here on the dismount, I'm worried that she stepped back. I don't believe she did. It looks clean, which means Lily Brown John's gonna get the buzzer, land herself into first place for the teen female division.
Great stuff all around for Lily Brown John. Setting some really high standards for her on the challenge course as well. Can't wait to see how she does in that regard. Mackenzie Burwash is going to be our final teen female on the course today. Another Momentum Movement Academy ninja. We've seen a lot of that representation throughout the course of this weekend.
And don't go away afterwards, folks, because after Mackenzie's done, we're kicking it right off with the teen male division, where we've got a bunch of heavy hitters that I haven't gotten to really share too much about because these female athletes have been moving so quickly. You can see number 5 on your screen, Derek Zakarian, was our top-ranked Northwest athlete. We'll be seeing him compete later. But it looks like Mackenzie is ready to go. Another, as Billy said, another athlete from Momentum Movement Academy. All right,
Page
off to the
13
races
coming.
goes Mackenzie.
Here we go. 5 seconds already gone. Doesn't have the opportunity for a link. Going to take an extra back swing, but she's still going to motor on through the rest of this placement course. Taking a bit of time to readjust on these steps here. How's she going to fare on this move?
She's looking for that
She's going to
skip
jump
there,
across,
Billy.
and she's made it.
Great moves, but time is definitely of the essence here. 35 seconds left. She's moving very smooth, not falling on anything, but the seconds are ticking away, and it's definitely becoming a factor. She's got to grab that ring. Oh, nice split there to save herself. Boot scoots over.
Right
Gets the
There
landing.
we go. She's gonna go across the log there. No, unfortunately goes out
man.
on the spinning log there. Happens to the best of us, Mackenzie. Can't lie about that. That is still gonna put her in the middle of the run order.
That's right. And I think it was just, I think she definitely had the time and capacity to clear this course. It just came down to the transitions in between obstacles, a couple extra backswings here and there. But we're definitely going to have a lot of time on the challenge course, and I think Mackenzie's going to be able to make the most of it.
Right then, here we go. William Fu, you hyped this guy up earlier, Kane. Super excited to see what he has to showcase out here. Very well known across a lot of leagues. Hoping to add Premier Series champion to his resume out here. And it looks like he can definitely do that with links right out of the gate.
William, not afraid of the challenge of running first in his division. So many athletes can crack under that pressure and get worried that so many other top talent is coming after them. William is saying, nah, you guys have to catch me, chase me. And it's working for him right now. quickly through that boot scoot and the log runner right there.
A lot of confidence we can tell out here straight off the trampoline. He's going to link a couple of these holds. Looks like he has the ability to. No, he's going to take a couple extra back swings to be safe. Hang out there. Take a gander at that quad step. And he's done it! Well done, William Fu, for clearing our challenge course. Not our challenge course, our placement course. Excuse my French. Here we go. Very, very happy with that one. Made it with just over 5 seconds left.
Yeah, 55 seconds for this course can be so brutal. One backswing could really set you back. But William Fu made the most out of that run. And we'll be seeing him hopefully in a very good spot on the challenge course thanks to that buzzer.
Now, next up on our course is going to be Oscar Egner, a Life Force regular. Has been doing Ninja for about 4 years.
I believe this is
Levi
not
Flint.
Oscar. No, this is Gabriel Durachin.
Okay, I see. Interesting stuff. So Gabriel coming out of British Columbia, age 13, wanting to impress all of our viewers out here today, and he is off.
Not opting to link, maybe jumped a little too close to that first move, but links the dismount, huge drop down. Our athletes absorbing that really well. Now Gabriel really running through here, going for that skip we saw a little earlier. And he stops to look as if he was a little lost on where to go, but put the pedal to the metal right there, making sure he can make up for that lost half second. Gabriel Durachin.
Hooking on the ring for that boot scoot.
Two-step in that log, now coming on through on these spinning discs. Whoa, a little
bit of a mishap there. All is well for Gabriel.
And now, coming into that final obstacle. These rings, not that big, so he's going to one-hand it. And he set himself up perfectly for that jump and a great dismount off the disc. 52.7 seconds, a little over 2 seconds remaining for Gabriel, making it 2 for 2 on the placement course.
Just in time as well. Just over 2 seconds remaining on that. Could have been detrimental if he stayed on that disc for a tiny bit longer, but regardless, still made great time on the placement course. Hits the buzzer. Happy days all around.
That was an electric run. Super fun to see just how tight this time limit is. A big part of the course. It's not just the obstacles. It's the time allotted. And, man, Jaden's really putting him to the test, both Becca and Jaden, with this course. Now, this is Oscar Egner, a Life Force athlete. Been doing Ninja for 4 years. Has a total comp count of 4, which means this is just his 5th competition, at least of the season.
Placed 188. Ooh, interesting swing there.
I think he was going for a link. He got his chest a little too close to the bar, though. And now he's trying to make up for lost time. 3-stepping those moves, and now trying to set himself up for a jump. He gets it.
He is moving quite efficiently to start off with. Reaching out for everything here at an efficient pace. Great stuff so far from Oscar. How is he going to fare on the ring here? Very, very nice.
Good step down and the boot scoot. Perfect footwork here is required, and he gets it. Gonna hop right on each side of the discs, bounces up to that final obstacle. He's got 10 seconds. He can't really afford to take more backswings. Can he get it in time? It doesn't look like it. Oh, man. Oscar Egner on the final obstacle just comes up short of the buzzer. Gonna put him in 3rd place for the time being.
Super, super close. I love the recovery from that first jump, though. Interesting strategy, adapting on the fly in such a short amount of time is very impressive.
I don't really have any critiques for his run, except for the fact that I think he paused a little bit too much between obstacles, especially on that straightaway lane with the skate and the boot scoot. You really just have to go through it as fluidly as possible. Otherwise, you're going to lose half second here, a half second there, and that'll really add up, as we just saw for Oscar. Fully capable of clearing, just needed to really gun it. We'll see if Levi Flint can do that instead. Now, Levi's got a good reach here, 5'11", for some of these sliders, it'll be really easy for him to grab. For that boot scoot, though, he'll have to really tuck up high.
Yeah, 5'11", also a wingspan of 6'3". That is a lot of distance there. That's going to work a lot for some of these obstacles coming up now. Both hands on the board, making his way through. Doesn't need to reach out, literally just pulling back slightly for a bit of momentum. All is well for Levi so far. How's he going to fare on the skate? Grabbing the ring, stepping up immediately. Boot scoot is in process. All well and good. Across the log, making great time with 20 seconds left.
Wow, this might be a new fastest time here, Billy, if he can stick these moves. Now, for the shelf, you're going to want to lache yourself to the right so that first swing can bring you back to the step. Perfect angle, just like that. Levi Flint, great run there. With a time of 51.6, he's going to end up in second place, just behind William Fu.
Great stuff all around from Levi there. That wingspan definitely coming into play on that final obstacle, personally. Really, really good stuff. Very agile, very fast. Got to the final obstacle with bags of time left. Left him time to adjust to what he really had to look for in such a run.
What a great run. We still have 6 athletes to go. It's up to anyone's guess on whether or not William Fu's fastest time can be beaten. So far, he's the only sub-50 run. I have a feeling we'll see some more. And we'll see if Derek Zakarian will be that athlete to break through.
Representing Northwest Ninja Park, 5'5", 135 pounds. It says here that his wingspan is approximately 1.5 red-tailed hawks. That's an interesting measurement, but Derek is making his way through the first obstacle now, not linking, shoring his swings there. Great stuff all around.
Oh, you can tell that our athletes are really wanting to tack off of that wall for the skip quickly. Derek thought about it, but switched to the trampoline instead, realizing that it would have just been faster to commit to that. And now he's back on pace. 20 seconds, though, Billy. He's really got to move.
Got to get that ring in place there. Losing bits of time in between the obstacles, hooking it in. I don't know if he's going to get too far, but he's making up a bit of time here, making it through these...
Whoa! No! Tried to rush through those discs and hoping to get to the final obstacle before time ran out. Think he just hit that disc a little too heavy. Here is where we're seeing a lot of hesitation as well. On that slider, you know, we're seeing a big pull back. Perhaps it's not one that you can pull through. Perhaps the gap's a little off, but regardless, that's where we're going to see Derek right now. Going to be in 5th place. Levi Flint taking 2nd. And Gabriel Duerchin in 3rd, once NinjaWorks corrects that. We're now going to take it back in a bit for Liam Bannister, who's going to be up next. And then coming after that, Tyson Knutson, Jackson Ross, Ethan Perkins, and Parker Malakad. As you said before, Billy,
all around.
Large amount of Canadians coming out for this competition. The Canadians did not mess around during Premier Series finals last year, and I think we're going to see even higher performances from them at the next finals. But first, they're going to have to get there.
Small little mishap on stepping off the box there, but Liam doesn't matter. He's all right here. All well and good linking through that. Coming out of British Columbia. He is speeding through here, using the trust to try and get a bit more momentum, but it works for him. Here he goes.
I believe you just said Liam doesn't matter instead of Liam doesn't care, and I just want to make the record show here, Liam. You matter. We care.
Absolutely. Pardon my terrible English.
No! Short step there. Oh,
no
man.
way.
Unexpected there. He was moving with a lot of urgency. Had still over half of his time limit to get moving. And unfortunately just bailed off of that skateboard a little too early.
Super unfortunate. Showed a lot of promise throughout those first few obstacles as well. That speed is going to come in handy on the challenge course. Now let's see if Tyler Knudsen.
Tyson
He's gonna be able-
Knudsen.
Knudsen, there we go. Super decorated ninja as well. A Life Force regular, knows what he's doing out here. Linking immediately.
All right. Tyson now jumping right into it. Knows he's going to have to link, and a nice pull in. Saves himself about a second there on a pullback. Great footwork there on the skateboard. Really sets up the boot scoot. Perfect landing as well. Nice
Confidence on that log as well. Barely, it looks like he was just stepping on air, basically. Now here he goes, getting a bit of a backswing. Linking might be optimal here. He links to that shelf. Gets...
Oh, no! Wanted to go
for the step. Gets it, but with time to spare, Tyson makes it. He is going to be our 4th buzzer of the day out here.
That's going to put him in 3rd place. Great foot placement there. We've seen so many athletes jump at it with their feet straight on, and it makes them wobble a lot. If you just hit it like an actual board, skateboard, snowboard, surfboard, call it whatever y'all want, it's the same technique pretty much. If you hit your feet like that, you're going to be coming in with the perfect amount of momentum and balance. We'll see if Jackson Ross has those moves as well to become our 5th buzzer.
Jackson is another one of our... Oh, hello, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Straight out the gate, Lincoln.
Wow, great move. He just avoided putting his feet on the truss entirely. Jackson Ross aiming for the fastest time right now. Did his foot touch back there? No, it did not. He's still moving. Great
Takes
pop
the board
off.
away there. Sprinting across that log, sprinting across more rolling pieces of apparatus. Here he goes. More linkage out here. He is going to set himself up for the step. He has a lot of time left. This could be our fastest clear so far.
Oh,
Jackson Ross taking that place.
Jeez, 37 seconds. Beating the fastest time by 12 whole seconds. Look at that skip. I think that's what saved him the most amount of time. Most athletes have been putting their feet on the truss in order to wiggle around. Jackson just sprinted right through it. Used the wall to redirect himself, but besides that, it was all in his legs. What a powerful run there by Jackson Ross.
Super excited to see him on the challenge course. I want to see him do a couple massive sends on some of the obstacles we all know and love for this course. We'll see if Ethan Perkins can join him in such a fast clear. Coming out of Traverse, shout outs to my boy Sean Bryant.
All right, Ethan Perkins taking an extra backswing here, really wants to set up that move, but he doesn't link it. He's going to need to give an extra swing. And just like that, 11 seconds have passed. He's really going to have to run through it. Oh, wanted to pull back and swing, and he falls backward. Oh, man. And down goes Ethan Perkins. And I believe that's going to land him at the bottom of the leaderboard for the team male division. Looked like he was coming in with a lot of speed, and I think he didn't underthink it, but I think he underestimated that move a bit. We will likely be seeing him running first on the challenge course in his division, but hopefully he can push further through that course than this one. Now for our final runner in the team male division, this is Parker Malakad, coming from Fitset Ninja, another one of our Canadian athletes. Wow, great
Look at the
link
power
right
in those laches straight out. Taking a couple of easy bounds on these first few obstacles. Wanted to not use his not wanted to use his legs there, but looks like he had to. Wants to pick up the pace if he wants a faster clear. Here he goes, not reaching out, just going, popping through.
All right, coming into that boot scoot now. Still has a lot of time, 25 seconds. 3 steps it, and I don't know if it... Okay, no foot taps there. He's all good. Linking his way
immediately
through.
here.
Oh, no. Second swing there on the shelf, and he's going to finish out the placement course in 40 seconds, taking 2nd place behind Jackson Ross. Amazing run from Parker. This link on the shelf is really what made a difference. He set his hips off at an angle to perfectly hit that step, and then link that dismount perfectly as well. Amazing move. The first athlete in the teen division that we've seen link that. No backswings whatsoever. And that is going to put him in second place for the placement course, meaning he will be our second to last runner on the challenge course. Jackson Ross, being our only sub 40 time, will be our final runner. Rounding out the podium for the teen male division is William Fu, the Canadian champion. And we have Ethan Perkins, who will be running first for the challenge course in the teen male division. They'll be running after our 4 female athletes, with Lily Brown-John, the division's only finisher, running last for the women. Surprisingly, we'll see Savannah Salinas running first. Now, Savannah has already qualified for the finals, so maybe the stakes are a little lower for her, but you know that she wants to give it absolutely everything she's got. And I expect big things. I have a feeling we're going to see not another fluke. And of course, it is worth noting that our other 3 female athletes, Lily, Mackenzie, and Amelia, those 3 on the podium right now, are fighting for a qualifying spot by beating the 3rd obstacle of the challenge course. We'll see if they can pull that off. It's very likely they can.
Precisely so. Super excited to see all of these guys on the challenge course in no matter order they are, because I think overall it's a very consistent field in terms of skill level. I think no matter what the order is, we're going to get a very great outcome through all of these guys.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely great. We've got some amazing athletes coming up for the challenge course. And then, of course, later today, some amazing athletes coming up in the elite division, such as Kai Diol, one of the best out there. His tech is absolutely insane, as we're seeing right now, specifically his bar tech. There's some pretty interesting bar tech moves on this challenge course that Kai is going to get to face. And I think it's going to be a match made in heaven for anyone looking for pure entertainment.
From both Kai Diol and our next competitor here, Zach Toussaint, they both competed at the Premier Series finals last year at Ferox to incredible success overall. And they are both incredible at massive sends. And knowing what they're both capable of and seeing the course we've had this weekend, I cannot wait to see their results.
Then, of course, we have the reigning world champion in the World Ninja League and in the Ninja Sport Championship. This is Nora Brown-John. Absolute weapon, taking down so many courses. I believe she's also the Canadian Ninja League champion. She just got title after title, and she's looking to add Premier Series champion to that list.
We've seen both members of her family out here, her mum and her sister in this division out here. Super, super excited to see what our reigning champion in the elite division can hold. Super, super excited.
Yeah, Nora is just such a well-rounded athlete. She's also on the smaller side as well, so you would think that some of the bigger sends would maybe be a little bit more challenging, but no, her power is off the charts. She can fly through the air like no other, and it's going to be a real treat seeing her take on these elite courses here at Life Force today.
Absolutely. I will not be surprised if she can take out some of the elite males as well. Her skill is just that incredible. She's on par with so many incredible ninjas throughout the world.
I mean, hey, elite is elite. And if anything, it's just going to be a matter of can she take down the course, which has been set up by 2 of the greatest minds in course design in the world, Becca Margulies and Jaden Welch, the dynamic duo of Life Force, who have won 2 straight awards for best course design with amazing designs at their regional championships for the World Ninja League. They had an awesome Premier Series qualifier last season. This is, in my opinion, this blows every course that they've ever made out of the water. It is, and that's not to say the others were bad, because they're not, but this is just next level. This is premier. That's the best way to describe it. It is premier. And if I had to pitch a Premier Series course to anyone, if they were like, hey, what's the Premier Series all about? I'd send them this one. And just like that,
Precisely.
We've got 11 obstacles that are going to be absolutely insane. Now, let's take a look at that 3rd obstacle in a bit, get that wall. That's going to be the one that our team female athletes are going to have to beat in order to qualify. But Billy, before that, are there any obstacles that might be concerning for our athletes?
Well, in the grand scheme today, I think door tech has been a bit of a problem overall. We're having a bit of trouble properly getting their weight around the door. And just recently, for our amateur males, they have to use a Monstro peg receiver and a ring as their only things to grip onto on the second door, and they have to turn that around and jump to safety. Watch the gut is also one to be careful of, because there is now a blocker in place, so you can't really go over and jump. You have to go underneath a little blocker. Here is Flower Power, our first obstacle. Can definitely be a bit of a strength drainer if you're not quick with it. You really have to go fast on this one if you want a consistent flow throughout the beginning and the entirety of the course, if we're going to be honest. And then Choices out here as well. Our next obstacle has also been quite of a difficult one. We saw in our last division, Paul Norris tried a bit of an inventive technique. Didn't particularly work, but you have so many options there. It's incredible. You now have Get That Wall, which, like you said, is our teen female cutoff to get into the Premier Series finals. You got to take a massive swing from a ring and get over that wall. No matter what, you can grab the top of it when you get there, or you can run on it. It's fine. Here is the door tech. Now you see that peg receiver on the second one. You're going to have to use that with a ring. It's going to be quite a bit of a nuisance, maybe. Here we are with another obstacle. We saw this get absolutely shattered in the last one in our amateurs. We saw a couple of people run straight off of that board onto the platform, but the regular way to do it is you take a ring by sliding yourself off that board and you lock it into a little hook and you go down onto that black platform right there. Then you go ahead those 3 steps, and there is Watch Your Gut. You have to grab onto it, and here we go. Our camera person slides it into a bear trap, and then you have to make your way underneath it to a platform right there. You got to make sure that you don't hit your head on that little black stopper right there, because that can be detrimental to your run. Here is the walk the plank, followed by an insanely fast ring slider. The speed of this one is absolutely insane. We saw a lot of people have a bit of trouble getting to that first ring on the pair due to the fact it was so fast. But then you go up a spider walk, you take hold of a UFO, you swing down to a little flying squirrel type thing, and then you swing down to safety on that black pad, and then you go immediately into some sky hooks. Let's see if the angle is changed. Nope, it is the same angle as before, and it's a very difficult one to get consistently. If you are not familiar with skyhooks, you grab onto one of those boards like we saw in the placement course, down to safety. Now, you head from that trampoline right there, you jump to the next platform, and there is another little board that you have to push from using your own momentum to then jump up to a little pipe slider or bar hopper, or whatever way you prefer it to be. And you have to hop it across a track up to a couple of flying bar cradles. Go 1, 2, link it if you want to, over to this moving pendulum type cradle, down to safety. A lot of opportunities for skips around it. And here is the big finish for our course. You have to take a ring from a skyhook, insert it into the little special delivery. It doesn't look like that's set up for our teen females, but I would not be surprised if our teen males have to get there. Go from that ring, from a goose out of Duck Duck Goose, which are slopers, and then that is your course. It is such a long, painful, and exhausting course, but when you clear it, you feel so elated. And it's a very pumpy one, so you need to find ways to conserve your energy in a very smart manner.
Thank you for that, Billy. It's going to be a great course, and by the sound of it, we'll be starting very shortly. I'm very excited to see the modifications that have been made really put into practice here. And of course, the beta breaks, as you were saying. And we're taking a look at this door obstacle here just as we're waiting. This door obstacle, not necessarily the hardest in the world, but man, can it be time consuming. We've seen so many runs, and not on this obstacle necessarily, but because they were not figuring this out in a timely manner. And that came back to haunt them. So even with the generous time limit, it's like you said, it's a long course, and getting through it as quickly as possible is the key. Looking for those efficiencies, those ways that you can save energy or time, especially, it's going to be very, very helpful. Now, of course, taking a look here at our full run order, Savannah Salinas, who won the Premier Series over at Austin Ninjas, is going to be up first. Had a surprising fall on the second obstacle of the placement course, which landed her in that first position, but I don't think we're going to see her fall on the first or second obstacle this time around, Billy.
I'm really hoping not either. She has an absolutely decorated resume out here. So many amazing achievements in OCR events, along with WNL and a lot of other Ninja Leagues across the country. Super, super excited to have her here. Those pieces of awards and history do not just come on their own. They are deserved with hard work, and Savannah is the definition of a hard worker in order to get so many massive titles like we see here on her resume. I'm taking a look here. We have national team members for the USA OCR committee, a bunch of FISO stuff, FINA as well out here. We're seeing some WNL category stuff out here as well. We're seeing Spartan stuff. We're seeing world champion in 2023 at Deca Mile. Premier League age group 5th at the World Finals last year. So she has prowess in terms of Premier Series, and here she is. A lot of experience waiting to be displayed out here on this challenge course with retries.
Over 30 medals in her 5 years of competing. 5 minutes is going to be our time limit today for the team females. Good rotation there, holding onto the bar, not really using the flower petals, just one of them. I think that gave her the leverage she needed. Now you can see here on choices, so many different ways you can go. Looks like she's going to opt for the 90-degree lache here. Sticks to it, and a nice turnaround. Now we've seen some athletes skip straight to that step, but Savannah's going to play it safe and is now coming up to obstacle number 3. As a reminder, Savannah already qualified for the finals, so she is running for the win. She's running for pride. She's running for redemption after that placement course run, and so far is getting everything that she's hoping for.
Taking hold of that peg receiver to start off with, now turning the door around, has to lock it in place by turning her weight all the way around. Is she going to try again from the start? Might be an option for her.
Now the key to this is not just in how you're pushing it. That definitely works, but a faster way would involve widening your legs so you can shift your weight a little easier. Savannah's legs a little close together, but she forces her way through and gets out of there in a pretty timely manner. It's only been 1:20, and she's already on obstacle number 5.
Here she goes, taking her momentum, grabbing the ring and going back through that little corridor. Now she's going around the box, over to that little hook, and she's got to swing down to the platform below. Taking a bit of time to get her proper alignment set up. Can she make it? Yes, she can.
Coming on into obstacle number 6 now. Watch your gut. Perfect dismount there. Had to take an extra swing, but she is through. Now, we saw this obstacle utilized before. It looks like it's not going to tip freely, and it works. Moving on through now. Down the slider, down the rings. Has to get to that platform in the middle of the spider before working her way back up.
Here she goes, sticking her feet, planting them very, very well. Got to grab up, shake out before the UFO. Swings immediately down to the flying squirrel.
And a nice dismount there. Now we've seen athletes go backwards on that slider to set themselves up for those bars, but Savannah just popped immediately to it. Goes to show just how confident she is in her abilities.
Absolutely, got to build up a lot of momentum ready for this skyhook maneuver. It is a large gap for our teen females out here. Can she make it? Yes, she can, it looks like. There we go.
And now setting up for that dismount. Can you use the wall here?
Gonna get an extra backswing to be safe.
Gonna try and align herself. Nice catch there. He's going to tack off and gets a good dismount. 2 obstacles remaining, a minute 45 left on the clock. This isn't... She's got a good amount of time. There's some longer, pumpier obstacles here, but at the same time, Savannah Salinas making great pace here. Took some steps back to really give herself the speed. Now let's see how her tech is, her bar tech specifically.
Got to build up a lot of momentum, ready to hit that flying bar cradle, which she does with ease. She's going to quickly link these 2 moves out here, getting a lot of backwards momentum. Now here she is at the final obstacle, representing Rhino Ninja Gym.
5. A minute 5 left, Billy.
How fast?
Insanity.
Now,
all right, now let's see if she can land into that special delivery slot.
That could be an option. Or she can take it with her. And that is also a way to do it. Right then, Savannah taking this in stride, using that nunchuck, getting to the other side of that goose here. These are sloper cliffs.
Wow, and she's not going to go for laches, not going to go for both sides, just for one to save her grip, make herself a little more assured there. Savannah Salinas starts off the challenge course with a buzzer. As I said, I was not expecting an early fall again like on the placement course. This is the Savannah Salinas that you guys should expect to see at the finals.
Super excited for her. She got 3rd place at the World Championships, and it's easy to see why from a course built by the incredible pair that run this facility. Super excited for her. Hopefully the rest of our teen females can follow suit.
That was absolutely wild.
Amelia Keating is going to be next up. We can see her on the start line in the distance back there. Amelia started Ninja as soon as Life Force opened in Bellingham. Since then, she has been dedicated to the sport, spending most of her free time at the gym as a EA member of the competitive team. She has garnered over 30 medals over her 5 years. That is astonishing.
Yeah, very, very impressive. I don't even know if I get that many medals. Like, that's an average of 6 medals a year. I think that's more than me on average, which isn't very surprising. These are Premier Series athletes after all. But Amelia, very, very strong. Had a bit of a foot tap on the back end of a platform in the placement course, but otherwise was on record to definitely get a buzzer. So I don't think we're going to see something that small affect her again. However, you have to be wary of power, you know? Maybe the undershooting of those dismounts, that's what led to a fail. So with so many big moves to make, obstacles where you need to carry momentum from one element to another, you might be a little concerned for Amelia, but I have faith. I think she's going to pull this off.
Me too. I have a lot of faith. As I said earlier, it's a very competitive field and evenly matched in terms of skill. I'm not be surprised if Amelia gets another buzzer out here along with Savannah. Super, super excited for her to take on this course. Placed 28th at the World Championships. That does not happen on its own. A lot of hard work goes into a placement like that. At 5'5", 120 pounds and a wingspan of 67 inches.
Wow. All right. Looks like we are just on a brief standby, but Amelia staying loose, staying warm, making sure that she's ready for anything that comes at her. Flower power is a very interesting first obstacle, I must say. I love that rotation of the flower there. And obviously, the younger divisions, they had a box that they could stand on to rotate the flower. That is not a luxury that our teen athletes have. And it becomes a game of leverage as well. And there are just certain mechanics in Ninja that I would love to see more of. And the use of proper leverage on walls and whatnot, that's definitely one of them.
Same here. It honestly reminds me of bouldering, to be honest. Using both your arms and your legs at the same time, moving across a wall in such a manner. If any of these people have rock climbing or bouldering in their hand of cards out here, in terms of what they can do professionally, and I think we've got something special on our hands on our first obstacle.
All right. It is kind of like a bouldering problem in a way. And you know what? I would be willing to bet that a good amount of athletes in Ninja have been climbing either as cross training or just as a little hobby. It'd be surprising if they've never climbed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely something that at least every ninja should be at least a tiny bit experienced with. Maybe not professionally, but just know their way around, because they might come across obstacles like this.
All right, looks like we are ready for Amelia Keating. Grabbing hold of that ring in as soon as they get the go-ahead. And off to the races goes Amelia. 5 minutes on the clock. Ticking away for our athletes here. Nice rotation on the flower power.
Steering that flower with expertise. What's her choice going to be on choices? She's
And
going
you know
to go...
what? We talk about different choices being time-consuming and whatnot, but Amelia knew exactly what she was going to do beforehand, and because of that, she didn't have to wait or take some extra swings. She linked majority of that obstacle.
Precisely so. Now here she goes on the door.
Good
She's
set
gonna
with the leg here.
Look at that.
Amazing rotation. Great technique. She's likely going to go for the same, blocking one foot in, using the other foot to whip herself around. Great transition there on the door. And an awesome dismount. This does qualify Amelia for the Premier Series Finals, so congratulations to her. But of course, with all that said and done, Savannah Salinas finished in 4 minutes, 29 seconds. Amelia definitely wants to beat that.
She has the potential to do so. Had to go a second time to try and get that ring in succession with the momentum, but she's made it through now. Watch your gut here, Amelia. Got to go under bar type maneuver here.
Yeah, this is more of a parkour lache, and she gets it. Coming into the tipping point now. Nice, fast slide down the track. She's going to redirect herself. You can see her really strategizing in her swings the direction she wants to be moving herself in. I like it because I can see how methodical she's being with this run. Waves away the chalk as well. Feeling pretty confident right now in her grip.
Here she
Now
goes,
she's going to hit
arching
the end
her
of the
fingers
track.
on the UFO.
She's gonna
Literal
Whoa!
fingertips on that left hand there. Look how professional that looked.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't sure if she was going to catch that early or try and hit the end of the track. She went for it early. Almost had a disaster there, but she is all good. Really trusting her strength. Now let's see if she can trust in her tech. Huge swing here. Nice rotation of the ring. She didn't do a forward and a pull back. She just rotated that slightly in order to give herself the line she needed. And now should be good for the wall and the dismount. Amelia Keating making very light work of this course. On the final two obstacles, about 20 seconds faster than Savannah Salinas.
Gonna get that momentum on the board there and immediately go cross grip on the bar. Here she goes, moving across bit by bit. You've got to take that bar and take it in a couple of flying bar cradles. How's she gonna fare?
So far, so good. And if she falls, she does still have retries in her back pocket. Gets to the second flying bar cradle. Now for the swinging sets of hooks here. Awesome. She's on the move now. She's in motion. And
Great
gets the
stuff out of
dismount
Amelia
as well. A minute,
Now-
25 seconds left for the final obstacle. Let's
Now,
see
interesting
if
to
she's
note,
going
she
to
has
reach
made
out.
it here faster than Savannah did by about 18 seconds. Interesting to see how she does on this obstacle now. We have a chance for another clear.
Now we're going to see, is she going to go for the slot or the ring? She's opting for the ring and peels off. Might need to chalk up just a little bit. Haven't really seen her chalk up since the beginning of her run. So it's definitely important to keep those hands dry. This is something that's very doable for her. She just can't take any grip for granted, especially with slopers coming up afterwards.
Here we go. She just needs to do what she did before, but hang on to that ring that's already set on the bull. Oh, she's taking it.
Ditches that other ring entirely, which puts her in a peculiar position now, because I don't think that she's allowed to touch the special delivery. She's going to pop up. Ooh, fighting for that nunchuck.
I'm on the edge of my seat here, Kane. Really has to pop up to that nunchuck whilst also looking after that ring in place.
Oh, no. And it just doesn't work out for Amelia Keating, but a very strong run to the final obstacle. Really, really assertive through the first half. Knew exactly what her plan was. Great Lachey out of here on Watch Your Gut. That was awesome. And the fingertip save here. My goodness. 3 fingers right there on that bar. Wow. I thought we were going to see another finisher right there.
We were super, super close. That was a majorly action-packed run, if I do say so myself. That's the best way I could describe it. Super excited to see her back here for the finals of Premier Series. Let's see if Mackenzie Burwash can make her way back to finals as well.
Mackenzie Burwash took 2nd place overall. 14-year-old athlete who has a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, the passion for everything ninja. Trains out of the Momentum Movement Academy over in British Columbia. Very, very large team from Momentum Movement. We see them a lot at Worlds. We've seen them a lot at the Premier Series. Always a pleasure to have them. Good turnaround already. Trying to set herself up for that step. Gonna catch on to it for a second.
On that step as well. Take a moment to recompose herself. Let her properly... There we go.
Nice alignment for the dismount there. Now for this 3rd obstacle. She is about 17 seconds behind pace right now, but it's a long course. There's a lot left to do. So there's definitely opportunities to make up time. And with that, the important part is out of the way. Mackenzie Burwash has qualified for the Premier Series finals. Now she can gun for that top spot.
Here she goes on door tech. It's been quite a nuisance all day with properly getting your weight shifted to the right. You said earlier that it's best if these athletes can properly spread their legs a tiny bit to get a bit more momentum to the right. Seems like Mackenzie's trying to do that, but to no avail so far.
Oh, perhaps grabbing the tops might help, but she's pulling herself away. I think Amelia's strategy from earlier was the best strategy of aligning your hips and whatnot. Ooh, what's this technique here? Oh, she's going to go on the backside, pivot it, try and lock it in, and then return. 3 different runners, 3 different techniques here. But at the same time, you have to look at the clock. Mackenzie Burwash only has 3 minutes left. That's 2 fifths of her time limit gone.
Grabs the ring successfully. Uses the peg receiver. Okay, she's going to get a bit of momentum out here already. Pull back.
Oh, she's grimacing.
Go with it. Yes, there we go.
And I think that was a lot of hang time for her because she was making a little bit of a face there. Either she's just gritting through it or was maybe a little frustrated with herself. But regardless, has to make sure that that didn't take too much energy out of her, as she still got an entire second half of the course to run. Oh, nips at it with her fingertips, but not quite there. Gonna need a little more speed.
If it was at a different angle, she would have had it there. But she's going to get a bit more momentum. She's gonna have to try it again if she wants it.
And we saw some athletes jump back to the last step to give them a little bit more of a run-up. Looks like that's what Mackenzie's going to do.
Here we go.
And has the power. No, not quite. Oh, man, a minute 50 left here, Billy.
Time just ticking down constantly. Really, I see it on this one if she wants to progress through a couple more obstacles.
Yes, she gets the ring. All right, now she can turn herself back around. On, up, down, and around.
No!
Oh, no! Falls short.
I go Gonna have to go all the way back to those steps now and reset everything, basically. She now knows what level of power she has to go on that board as well to get that ring off of the little hook. And she goes with it all the way, and it works first time for her.
Push as hard as you can. Come on.
Looks like she's figuring it out a bit more. You can see her coach telling her to jump back more to build up a bigger swing, and that's exactly what she does. She
There we
sticks with
go.
this time
Salvages
around.
herself.
All right, now for Watch Your Gut, she's going to try and do a non-parkour lache and just do a really low boot
No,
scoot.
that's gonna
Comes up
be
a bit short.
another retry.
Yeah. See, I do believe that the more parkour tech is appropriate for this move. Getting your feet up on the bar, not necessarily on the bar, but your arches, you know, touching the bar. So it drops your butt down as you're prepping your swing, and then your legs can kick you forward, giving you the distance that you need while your butt takes care of the height. Let's see what Mackenzie's going to do to adjust this time around. She's going to cast a bit, comes up short, and that is going to do it for Mackenzie Burwash. Still a very strong fight. Really, really had no quit in her run and managed to punch her ticket to the finals. Such a smooth run prior. Just the door tech can be, like I said, so time consuming. And it got the better of Mackenzie early on, but now it looks like the energy is up as Lily Brown John is getting ready to run. Another athlete from the Momentum Movement Academy.
She's been doing ninja for about 7 years, really enjoys traveling with the family for ninja comps. She likes burnout courses, enjoys playing on her high school volleyball team as well. That is an alright fundamental to have, as well as liking burnouts, liking long endurance courses like this one. Wow, that was very graceful.
That was awesome. Very smooth so far as well. And of course, no surprise, Lily Brown John is going to the Premier Series finals. So the Brown Johns will likely be seeing them back at Life Force in November. But now Lily can go for the win. She was about 4 seconds ahead of Savannah Salinas' time to this point. Savannah Salinas currently sitting in first place as our only finisher. So if Lily wants to win, she'll have to get the buzzer in under 4 minutes 29 seconds, mind you.
We saw that technique of going on the other side of the door to lock it in, and it worked for Lily. Gonna hastily make her way through the second door now. Oh, look at that good momentum throughout. Reaches for the ring, down to safety. Here we go.
Great run through. Has the momentum. Yes, grabs that ring first try. Gonna save herself a lot of time there. Popping back big time on the swing will definitely give her the distance she needs. Perfect release as well. And we'll see what her technique is going to be here. She's also going to cast, do the parkour move, and pull herself forward.
We're fine.
Wow. No falls there. Keeping her retries in her back pocket for the harder, pumpier, techier obstacles. She's really got to run here, though.
He's got it.
And now working her way around. That was a very surprising one. I didn't think she'd have the speed necessary to reach the slider by standing on tipping point, but it paid off. Now let's see what her approach will be
UFO
here.
out here. Makes it
Great
first try.
catch.
Probably only needs one backswing to make it to the ground successfully, which she does.
All right, now here is where time can either be made up greatly or taken away in droves, man. It's the tech obstacles. 3 obstacles remain for Lily Brown John to get a buzzer. But she's only got about 1 minute and 40 seconds if she is to beat Savannah Salinas.
Here she goes, a massive swing.
Nice catch.
Yes! Have a look at that. Grabs the ring on top, pulls it down. Massive backswing. Nice hip arch as well to immediately get her in alignment with that board. She's going to go for it here. Even with a kick of that trapeze, she still makes it. Down to safety. Good stuff. A minute 40 for the final two obstacles here. Chalking up right before some bar tech.
All right. Looks like she's getting some guidance from her coaches. Making sure she's on the starting platform before fully engaging with this obstacle. Great pop there. Making sure her grip is secure on the bar before popping it forward. Good movement. It looks like she's going to go one side at a time to really make sure she's even here. Doesn't want one side of the bar to be closer to the cradles than the other. Have to stay even as you're doing these flying bar moves. Oh, just a little short. She might be a little gassed there. That could be a sign of fatigue, Billy.
Might want to take a little moment to recoup, rehydrate even here. You can tell she really, really wants to get past this one. Just couldn't properly get the heft of that bar going. She really needs to use every single bit of muscle that she's got in order to make it through this obstacle.
All right, and now
straight back into it.
She knows that she doesn't have a lot of time left as well. 40 seconds remaining, which means she's just got to commit to every possible move. Can she get this throw?
No!
Just whiffs it. But Lily Brown John making it to the 9th obstacle. Going to end up in 3rd place today.
Great stuff all around from Lily. Her family, the relatives that have also competed today, going to be extremely proud of her. Going to land it in a solid 2nd place, I believe that was.
3rd.
Let's have a look at this 3rd, there we go.
3rd.
Still incredible stuff. She's qualified back for Life Force later on in the year. Super, super happy for her. What a great way to round out our teen female division. Now we are going to be swiftly moving on to our teen male division, starting with one of our American representatives, Ethan Perkins, coming out of Traverse Fitness.
I believe they're going to be making a couple minor adjustments to the course. But again, huge congratulations to all 4 teen female athletes who have qualified for the Premier Series. Savannah already qualified earlier in the season, but taking that top spot once again with the only challenge course clear after ending up in last place on the placement course. Very, very big comeback there. And then, of course, rounding out our podium, Amelia Keating with a run to the last obstacle, and Lily Brown John, who made it to the 2nd to last obstacle, taking that 3rd place spot. Mackenzie Burwash also fighting her way through the first half of that challenge course in order to qualify for the finals. And given how close in proximity Life Force is to many of these athletes' home gyms and whatnot, I think it's likely we could see all 4 of them back for the finals. You know, sometimes it is a matter of can some athletes make the trip out. And here at Life Force, I think most of them can return to Life Force for the finals. You know what I'm saying, Billy?
Absolutely. Knowing that these guys are willing to make out here for the qualifier, I think they are definitely able to make it out for the finals. I'm excited to see all of their skill sets be tested once again, especially on a course built by Becca and Jaden. Super excited for that weekend. I'm excited to see which 4 of these 10 teen males are going to be added to that list of survivors.
Oh, yeah. I think even our athletes who fell early on the placement course, they have a lot more that they're ready to show. Taking a look at Ethan's bio, who's going to be running first, he had a very surprising fall on the placement course, but he loves mountain biking and rock climbing and karate. But the rock climbing one is definitely what is standing out to me right now, because that grip can definitely come in handy. It's not necessarily a burnout course. I wouldn't call it an endurance course necessarily, especially given how techy it gets. But man, this can be deceptively pumpy. And that grip from climbing can definitely help out Ethan, who's starting off with a strong pace here.
Exactly. We talked about how this obstacle is kind of like bouldering as well. Rock climbing and bouldering go hand in hand. I'm excited to see how the rest of those development skills can help him out. Ooh, nearly slipped off of that step, but
Whoa.
nevertheless making his way through this bar here. Got to swing diagonally to safety, which he does with ease.
Coming on through. Nice grab at the top of the wall. Didn't have to run up, didn't have to really use his legs much, but he'll have to use them one way or another on Dortek. Think he wanted to go for the rotation with one arm on the ring and one on the doorknob receiver, but I don't think he has the wingspan for that move. Looks like he's going to try it again here. This gap a little closer. His wingspan, 62 inches, so just 5'2".
Still makes it through Dortek. Now he's bounding across, getting a bit of momentum, ready for that ring. There we go. Got to go back around the little tunnel to get that ring onto that hook. Get a little push back and swing down to safety. Yes, very well done.
Now, it is worth noting that for our teen male division, we have more than 4 athletes. Only the top 4 qualify. So it doesn't matter what obstacle you fall on or make it to. Nice move by Ethan, locking it low. Trying to build up his swing. No, comes up a little short. And he'll have to try that again. As I was saying, for 6 athletes, a qualifier spot in the finals will elude them. Only the top 4 will get to the finals. So Ethan's going to want to get as far into this course as possible, as fast as possible, especially knowing he's safe.
We're fine.
Especially knowing that so many talented athletes are coming up after him. Now for tipping point. Sliding
Speedily
through.
down that little slider there. Getting his hands and feet on the truss. Going off of one panel of the spider walk. Chalking up right before this speed UFO into the flying squirrel.
I've actually attempted an obstacle similar to this at Motive. But instead of handles, they were cones. I wish I had handles to catch onto. Ethan made that look incredibly easy, though, including that massive dismount.
You can see him shaking out subtly here. He might be starting to get a little bit pumped here. Hopefully he doesn't get too pumped after this ring toss.
This skyhook move can be so tricky. Those hooks high up as well. But a nice move there from Ethan. And now he's got to set himself up for the move to the wall. Wants to make sure he doesn't go crooked. Reaches back for that ring to set himself once again.
Here he goes.
That he needs.
Might want to go for a jump.
On this swing. Yes.
Yes.
All right, now Ethan Perkins, our first runner of the teen male division, on the second to last obstacle.
Chalking up, ready to go, trying to figure out how he's going to approach this obstacle out here. Wants to get a bit of momentum from that trampoline, presumably, onto that board, straight into the bar hopper.
All right, needs a lot of speed coming up now. Oh, not enough there. As he jumped forward, that board just pushed out from under him. He's going to really, really need to sprint into this. You can see him breathing pretty heavy as well, Billy.
Here he goes. Massive momentum. There he gets it this time. Goes immediately cross-gripped. Inching the bar to the edge there. Let's see if he has enough left in the tank for a bit of flying bar action. He does!
Couple
Come on.
left before the final.
Get that swing.
We're going to be looking at a skip here, Billy. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he gets that skip. Dismounts immediately, and we have Ethan Perkins on the final obstacle with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds remaining, and it's also worth noting, no retries. He's got to get this done in the first possible move. They removed that extra ring, so he's going to have to catch it into that special delivery. And doing this first try can be so tough.
Here he goes. Hopefully he's not swinging crooked. Oh, he nearly had it in the gap there, but unfortunately to no avail. But a great way to lay down the foundation for what's to come. Ethan Perkins, well done, lad.
Yeah, with a run to the final obstacle, Ethan Perkins could very well put himself in the top 4 with this run. It's only a matter of time, but he had such a strong run up until those last 2 obstacles. And granted, he did beat the second to last obstacle, that Bartek, going for that great skip. You could tell he was really having to fight for it, put his endurance to the test. We'll see if his run can hold out. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to the last obstacle. That is the standard. We'll see if Liam Bannister can do that.
Precisely. I think it majorly comes down to the fact how quickly pumped these athletes can really get. Because if you've got a lot of overall body endurance, I think you're set until, like, let's say, the bar hop, and then you start to get a little bit pumped. But if you have enough in the tank to power through the final 2 obstacles, you're golden for a clear.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense. It's also worth noting recovery time as well. Because if you can recover very quickly, then, you can take less rest time. And that's definitely huge. Now, Liam Bannister out of the Momentum Movement Academy. Gonna do a very close link over to that bar. Doesn't seem to be moving in too much of a rush right now. I think he's just trying to be methodical with his placement there. Nice link.
Whoa.
Oh, don't step off. Saves himself there. Had he stepped off, it would have counted as a fall on obstacle number 3, but he is all good. Gets to the top of that wall. No problem. Easy muscle up.
Here he goes, pulling back the ring, getting a bit of momentum already on this door. Gonna get a bit of momentum, swinging horizontally. Oh, he's gonna go back.
We're seeing no utilization of the feet here. I think it's definitely important to have one foot on the bottom of the door, so that way you're not relying purely on your grip strength here. Liam's gonna change his strategy, try and lock in that first door. He's really jamming it right now.
Trying to. It seems like that little lock-in mechanism doesn't work if you just try and jam it in once. It has to stay there, which it does this time.
All right, looks like he's going for the swing this time around. Spins him
There we go.
Very neatly. Okay. Coming into up, down, and around. Where he's going up. Oh, comes up short on
missing
the
it by
ring.
fingertips.
Needs a bit more speed. I think our athletes here really underestimating how much they have to sprint on this course. There we go. Gets the ring the second time around. Now for the around portion. Gonna jump back. Nice
Very
landing.
nice. Doesn't go over
Saves
that.
himself.
Gonna take a little step back. Ready for watch your gut. Here we go.
He's gonna cast his way through for an underbar movement, but comes up
Whoa.
short. This obstacle being so low to the ground can be so tricky for an athlete like Liam, who's very much on the taller side of our field today.
Yeah, not a lot of real estate to work with when you're floating through the air at a forcefully low angle. Let's see if he can make it on his retry attempt.
He hops
Here
in.
he goes. A lot of speed and momentum. Here he goes. Oh, even knocking back the little panel there, he still makes it. Great stuff out of Liam so far. How's he going to fare on walk the plank, followed by this ring slider?
Yeah, the tipping point, as it's called. Nice move down on the slider.
Steadily making his way to the middle of the spider walk. There we go. Now, taking a bit of time to chalk up. A lot of grip is needed for the next few obstacles.
Looks like he's
Oh,
going
is
to
he
be
going
turned
backwards?
around on the... Okay, no, he's
there
going
we go.
to switch himself back.
He's realized-
Well, he resets.
Is that
Oh.
oh, that's a retry.
He's going to end up using a retry here, stepping into the pit pillow that was off limits. Ooh.
His
And it
shoes
doesn't
are
look like
starting
his
to
shoes
slip
have a
tiny
lot of
bit.
traction, yeah. And now he's going to let it pop back before popping forward.
There we
and
go, he's
getting
got
the
it.
catch. All right, now on obstacle number 9. This tricky, tricky skyhook motion. The name currently escaping me at the moment of this obstacle.
Here we go.
Good
Oh, even
landing. Oh my
jutting
goodness.
Jutting the edge of the ring there, it looked like. Here he goes. Liam building up a lot of momentum.
Wow.
Oh, right at the bottom of it
He's
as well.
fighting for this. No!
No!
His run comes up short on the dismount.
Wow. Man.
Oh, no.
He'll be rightfully
He was-
disappointed with that.
He was fighting for every inch he could get on this course. You can see here, really had to push through. But got time that grab. First athlete today to go with a backswing on it. And it worked for him.
Great stuff out of Liam there. A lot of difficulties to face during that run. Right then, everybody, next up on our starting line is going to be none other than Derek Zakarian. Coming out of the Northwest Ninja Park, has been doing ninja for 7 years. Derek is a sophomore at North Eugene High School in Eugene, Oregon, where he enjoys a lot of STEM subjects. In addition to ninja, Derek cross-trains with bouldering, which is great for this first obstacle. Derek would like to thank his coach, Salone Cameron, for all her hard work and support over the years, through all the successes and all of the fails.
Good turn there on Flower Power. You can see as well that 1.5 red-tailed hawk wingspan. He's definitely got the reach and the power. My goodness, a lot of force coming into these bars. He's taking some extra swings that I don't think he really needed. Oh my goodness, the fall forward.
Oh dear.
That's going to count as a fall on obstacle number 3. What an unfortunate way to lose a retry there. Because get that wall was such an easy move for him. You could see it.
Here he goes now on Dortek.
Good kick there. Using his leg to swing it around. He's going to do the same right here. He might have to pull himself back before doing it again. And that's what he's doing.
There he goes. He's trying to get his leg stationary. There we go. He gets to the ring. Dismounts safely. That's a lot of momentum.
Oh my goodness.
I hope he's
Oh
good. I hope his
my
knees aren't damaged.
goodness. Well, he's walking. That's always a good sign.
He seems to be good. Wow.
Yeah, again, our athletes really underestimating how much speed you need to come into that with.
Need a lot of speed here. He's learned,
And
but
he
he still
doesn't have
needs a
it.
bit more.
And the mistake that he's making here, he's jumping straight down on the board instead of running at it. By redirecting his momentum up and then coming down on it, he's taking that speed
There he
away.
goes.
Fixes it this time around. Derek keeping his run alive, but doesn't have any retries left for any future obstacles.
Got to push off the side of this box. Gets all the way down safely. Yes, there we go. Got to be very careful with his foot placement now.
All right. This is the tricky part, of course. But he's going to go for the parkour type move. He's going to get his second leg up on the outside of his left hand. Popping right out.
Nice.
Great job. Beautiful technique there.
One of
by
the
Derek
smoothest we've seen
Zakarian.
all day.
Now on to tipping point.
Using the
that
box to get up by the side of it, it looks like. Here he goes. Wants to build up momentum for that massive jump. Yes! Slides down.
All right, working his way around this spider wall at the moment. Can use the top of the glass, which he does. Now coming into time that jump. Or time that grab, pardon me.
Here
Which
we
sounds
go.
like a game show type thing. You know, time, that, grab. Like, sounds like
It's
something from
funny.
Price is Right or something.
It's funny because Tipping Point is actually a game show in the UK with a little coin pusher.
Ah, interesting.
So I respect
And
that.
he's gonna.
Here he goes, Derek, yes!
No backswing required for Derek. Taking a couple swings to build up power. Doesn't want to overshoot the dismount again, and he's gonna hop into second place with this run so far. But he's got 1:05 left here, Billy. Currently gonna be behind Ethan Perkins on time, no matter what. The only way he could hop into first is if he cleared the course in the next minute. There's
Here
a
he
great
goes.
transfer there.
Has to dip and reach up for that ring, which he does.
Oh, is he a little off
Swinging
axis here?
around.
Yes, should be here now.
Swinging back around. Yes, very nice.
Great catch.
Good stuff. Now then, here he comes up to Bartek with an explanation point. He's ready to go. He's taking some deep breaths, shaking out. Wants to get deep into this. Here he goes. Nice. Switching to a switch grip. Sliding it across the track.
Now has
Here he
5
goes.
seconds left. Is he going to go for any links? Yes. Oh,
Ah!
undershot it. You know, he had to go for it. I like that underbar technique. I think he was going to try and pop out of there in one swing. I always got to respect the risk in those quick, big-ish moves, especially on tech obstacles, knowing the time is against you. But man, Derek Zakarian really fought through after some careless mistakes, cleaned it up, and made it very far in the course. A well-deserved second place for him right now.
Indeed so. Only behind Ethan by about 3 seconds, I believe it looks like. Great stuff out of Derek. Hopefully his time holds up well. We are now going to be moving on to Levi Flint, coming out of Life Force, coincidentally. Been doing this ninja for about 3 years. He is a freshman at Bellingham High School, and besides ninja, Levi plays volleyball and marches in the band and plays clarinet as well. Nice little skill set right there.
Very well-rounded.
Interesting to note that we have 4 more Canadians and 3 more Americans left to run the course. I want to see the ratio within the top 4 at the end to see the differences. That'll be interesting.
There we go. Looks like we're having some adjustments on the run order. I do believe that some of them are slightly off. I believe Levi should be later on, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he got 4th overall, so he'll be 4th to last. Up next is going to be Oscar Egner, not Levi Flint. Oscar Egner, everyone.
Here we go. Another Life Force regular we can see on the shirt there, repping it very well. Age 14 coming out of Washington, of course. Repping the Crystal White Series 1s. An underrated colour out of that selection, I gotta say. Here he goes. He is ready. Off he goes on to Flower Power. Nice little cross grip when he's going over. He's got to steer that flower to the left. Nice.
And a good hop out. 30 seconds have ticked away. He's going to turn himself
Turns
around and go
around.
for that step. Locks his hands on. Wants to make sure that he doesn't do anything reckless here. We've seen some athletes overshoot the landing. Nice touchdown with the hands there to save that and prevent a retry going to waste.
Nice little muscle up there on the warped wall. Now here he comes into Dortek.
All right, now for the swing tech around. Nice spin, locking in that first door.
Trying to get a bit more momentum as he leans to the right fully. There we go. Perfect. So, oh, he's ejected it.
Uh-oh.
Re-grabs that ring. Trying to emulate his technique from before. Yes, there we go.
Very efficient
Nice
there.
stuff from Oscar Egner. Now coming into up, down, and around. Nice
Jumps into it.
momentum.
But again,
skims it.
you gotta come into this with more speed. There's a little more force that he needed. A little more life force, if you will.
Nice one. Nice little sneaking one in there. I
really didn't sneak anything in there. That just like I just slapped someone in the face with a life force pun. But regardless. All right, now let's see how Oscar's gonna handle this. Nice low bar,
Oh!
but no.
Nah, he couldn't
Tried to
force
pin
his
the
way
bar.
through that one.
May the force be with him as he takes on Watch Your Gut for the second time.
Here he goes. Oh, look at that. Oh, no.
No, the back foot. Just getting him there.
Super close.
And you know what? Still a great run from Oscar. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 runners on the leaderboard. Oscar Egner is going to find himself on the hot seat now. And we have 6 athletes left to go, which means people are going to start getting eliminated now.
Ooh.
This could be
Gabriel
very fun.
Durachen is going to be our next competitor on the challenge course. A Canadian out here ready to be chalked up. Shaking out.
It's also worth noting, Ethan Perkins, who was our first runner, still holding on to that top spot.
Interesting stuff here.
We'll see if that can remain true by the end of the day. But there's still a lot of top athletes like Gabriel here, ready to take him down. 4:45 on the clock.
4-minute 45 on the clock. Takes that ring out immediately, not wasting any time on flower power.
Great movement out of Gabriel there. He's going to skip that second bar and go straight for the step and jump right out. It's these types of skips that are going to save our athletes some time here. Now he's quickly coming in to get that wall. No problems there. Making great pace as well. Currently the fastest to this point.
Yes, nice little turnaround there on the door. Jumps out for the ring. Ooh, gonna go back for an extra grab on the other side of the door, it looks like. And do a nice little turnaround, keeping that hip out. Nice. In order to get a little, a consistent flow on the doors there, it looks like you have to do a little squatting position at an angle. Seems like that seems to work whenever it happens.
Well, he's taking an awful lot of time to rest before... Oh! Coming up short!
He
Oh,
tried
went
to go
that
for the bear
skip.
break.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's definitely a risky move. Obviously, if it goes well, it'll pay off beautifully, but he's going to play it safer now. A little too safe. Didn't get out to that ring, but he's going to find that sweet spot in his speed and catch that ring on his third point of contact with that board.
Gotta get a nice pull back on the edge of that box. Seems like he's doing that with ease. Let's go.
All right, only one retry used. He still has some time. He's still got some energy, but he's resting a lot. And as I said, rest and recovery time on this course can be so crucial for your spot on the leaderboard.
He's made it.
Great technique out of Gabriel Dirachen.
Here he goes, the edge of tipping point.
Whoa!
Ooh, nearly misses it, but leaned out like a dolphin to just try and get like that.
I'm not going to lie. I thought we were about to see one of the craziest peel outs in the Premier
Yeah.
Series ever, but my goodness, managed to keep himself safe. Thank goodness.
Happy days all around for Gabriel. Let's see if he can swiftly make his way through. Time that grab.
Great pop. Again, not going down to the bottom of the track because he didn't need to.
There we go. Shaking out now, wants to get that blood pumping into his arms at full force. Here he goes. Minimal backs. No!
Whoa.
Okay.
First athlete that we've seen in a while falling on that skyhook transfer. And hook and throw, as this obstacle is called, because you'll have to hook it first, and he gets it this
Yes,
time around.
there
Now
we
for
go.
the big throw over to that wall.
Got a lot of momentum straight onto there. A lot of trust in his arm to get to the top of that panel. Let's go. Happy days. A minute left for these last two obstacles. Let's see if he can gain a lot of momentum, shake out, and get through this Bartek.
Now, I'm not sure if going without speed on this board here is the move. Ah, yeah, look at that. He's going to have to go back. Making sure that it's
Taking it
reset
back
as
with him.
well.
There we go.
Very smart there. Now he's going to give it a run up.
Here he goes. Massive jump straight into cross grip.
Great coordination there. Making sure that he's moving without moving recklessly. Is he going for that skip? Yeah, he is. Oh, so clean. 10 seconds remaining, though. So
Go
with
straight
that,
into it. You might as well. Can he get the move?
Come on, Gabe. No, undershoots
nearly had it.
You know what? That looks higher than I thought it would be. And that means it's
Yeah.
going to be a pretty big move up for our athletes. But Gabriel Durichen had a couple slip-ups here and there, but managed to push on through. This interesting miss here on hook and throw, but got it second time around, and then cleaned up his tech here to get to the final obstacle before time expired. That's going to put him in second place right now with half of our run order completed.
Yes, there we go. We now have 5 runners remaining, 2 Americans, followed by 3 Canadians. The next of which is going to be Tyler Knutson. Or Tyson Knutson, there we go. Tyson is currently a freshman at Bellingham High School and has been training at Life Force since 2021. When not training for Ninja, Tyson competes in track and field and also plays basketball, and in his downtime, he enjoys gaming, unicycling, juggling, and trying to get faster at solving Rubik's Cubes. That is one smart guy right there. Unmatched balance and unmatched algorithmic patterns stuck in his mind. I see you, mate.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to see a very methodical approach out of Mr. Tyson then. Now again, Ethan Perkins is just 2 runs away from locking in his spot to the Premier Series Finals, which running first, that is so impressive.
Isn't it just? It is a bit nerve-wracking knowing that the top finishers from the placement course are in potential to steal your spot as first place, and even then, maybe a qualifying spot as well. But it'll come down to it very soon. We will see if Ethan has locked in his spot to come back to Life Force in a couple months' time.
And there's Tyson now. The man of the minute, I would say, because he's going to be moving so fast that it's not going to take an hour. Tyson was one of our 6 finishers, placed 5th overall on the placement course. Just a little bit ahead of Gabriel, who we just saw run.
Here he goes right now. Surprised we haven't seen anyone link that little swing to the step there. It is quite a doozy, but you can see how much force can be created from these bars with a lot of momentum, with a lot of distance covered. And here he goes on the walk. Well, I thought he was going to crash into Greg's desk there, but regardless, Tyson is making his way through.
Now for the proper tech here on the doors, needs a little bit more, and he locks the door in. Really making sure before reaching out. Has a good wingspan here, Billy. Nice reach out. Wingspan at
nice,
5'9".
around town on doors. Definitely helping him out.
All right, now let's see if he has the speed coming into up, down, and around. Yes, first try, gets that ring. And it's the little things like that, getting that on your first try, that will save you time and put you at an advantage over other athletes on the leaderboard.
Oh, a little boot scoop motion, getting him a little bit of leverage at the end of that swing. Tyson's coming in to watch your gut. Here he goes. Wants to go for the little parkour move, which works for him, even though he hit the top of that little barrier, still making his way through.
All right, now onto the tipping point. He's going to step up to the box. Make sure he can size up that run up without needing to do anything too hasty. Whips right up to those rings. And is shaking out a little bit already. Maybe trying to keep it tactical, but also maybe a sign of early fatigue here.
Did he rip?
Ooh, I hope not.
He seems to be looking at his hand quite a bit there. It'd be detrimental if he did it right before quite a grippy UFO, followed by a flying squirrel. Here he goes, on time that grab. He's timed the grab.
All right, gets the dismount there. No retries needed on the final 3 obstacles now with 2 minutes remaining. Tyson Knutson has a great chance at moving up the leaderboard still. He's currently in 4th place. But the higher he goes, the safer he will be from danger. Coming into hook and throw now. Oh, peels off the ring. Almost had it too. Perfect placement on the skyhook, but not quite enough to hang on. That was surprising.
To get his skyhook technique on lock here in terms of hand placement. Massive backswing, as this is not the one. He's going to take one more. Here he goes, arching his hips. Yes, he's done it.
Great fix there.
Oh, he's got the other ring on the hook. Interesting.
All right, now he's going to set himself up for that move to the... Oh, he looked like he wanted to reach
a bit far
out.
Away.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very realistic move there. But he's going to build up some swing now. Finds himself turning around, trying to align himself. And
he's made
the grab.
The trust in that one-handed move.
Wow. Such a great move that's going to put him into 3rd place right now. But he's got 50 seconds left for the final 2 obstacles if he wants to be our first finisher of the challenge course.
Here he goes. Mass momentum.
Okay. Building up a swing now. What's he going to do? Is he going to skip that second set of cradles? Looks like it. He's building up the swing for it.
Yes, there we go. The skip has been done. Tyson swinging down to safety for our final obstacle. Can he make the crux point, if you will?
This is going to be down to the wire. Get it in the special. No! Oh, man. And 5 seconds left. It's just not going to be enough time to beat the whole course. But he's
Can
going
he
to
at
give
least
it
make
one
the
more
move in
go
one
anyways.
backswing? Here he goes.
No!
Ah, close.
Regardless, Tyson Knudsen lands himself in second place with that run. Such a smooth race through the course with a little hiccup here and there, but had great maneuvers throughout every obstacle.
Had to battle through that little skyhook maneuver there, but he made it into second place, it looks like. And with that information, it looks like that our first place finisher, Ethan Perkins, locked in a space for
I would
the
hold
life-
up on that. I would hold up on that. We still have 4 athletes to go.
Oh, yes, we do. I am miscounting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, from now on, every single run in these final 4 runs will lock in an athlete to the finals. Now, the first athlete to advance will either be Levi Flint, who's going to be running right now, or it will go to Ethan Perkins, who's currently in first place. All right, Levi is on the move. Levi finished 4th on the placement course, and as said earlier, is a freshman at Bellingham High School. Besides Ninja, he plays volleyball and marches in the band where he plays clarinet.
Here he goes. Massive sends up on these so far. One backswing to ensure he makes it onto that step. Not using anything with his hands. Gonna take one more extra safety swing to that black padding. Yes, he's made it. Massive swing. He gets that wall.
All right, now coming into door tech. This obstacle can be so time consuming if you miscalculate on your strategy, but Levi moving super smooth right now. Nice pull back and a rotation to lock that
Nice.
second door in. Looking incredibly calm. You can see him smiling through this right now. You can tell that he's really enjoying himself here.
Oh, yeah. Here he goes, getting that momentum. Can he reach out first time? Yes. Around the cage. He's made it.
Okay, now coming on up. Oh, how's he going to approach this? He's going to get low and just come up short. Looks like he'll have to try again.
There goes Levi Flint again, locking it into that bear trap. Can he dip it correctly? Feet go up.
Oh, no!
Even
Levi
with trying...
Flint.
Super close there. Even trying to get his hand on the other side to pull him forward. Couldn't work in time.
Yeah, you could see that the adjustments were being made on Watch Your Gut there, and it just didn't fully work out for him. But that is going to land him outside the top 4, which means Ethan Perkins, who was our first runner of the day for the challenge course, that is, he's going to be going to the finals. He's officially locked his spot in, has nothing to worry about now besides the win. And standing in his
Great
way
stuff.
now is Canadian Ninja League champion William Fu, coming out of the Momentum Movement Academy.
He's competed in places like WNL and the Canadian Ninja League and has attended multiple national and world championships. Will is known for his fast feet and great balance as well, and we can see his fast feet right here on Flower Power. He also plays hockey. He won the FVN playoffs in 2023 and 2024. And he is in 10th grade currently at Port Moody Secondary School and is enrolled in the International Baccalaureate program. I really hope I'm saying that right. That's some terminology. There we go. Us Brits don't have that. Here we go.
All right. Try to turn it the other way. There we go. He shifted to his left so he could really put extra force into the right turn. I
Great
like
strategy.
that. Does it again, very clean. Only 45 seconds used through these first 4 obstacles. Now, we talked about his footwork. Let's see him really use it. Huge
Oh,
dip and just comes up short. I wonder if he's going to go for it again. He looks like he wants to.
He wants that
No,
speed.
no, he's
now
taking it
he's
slow.
gonna go
He's taking it
safe.
slow.
I really want someone to make that send. It's so much fun when it happens.
I honestly think he could have had that on his retry, but I completely understand why you would play that safe. All right, now we just saw Levi Flint go down here. What's William Fu going to do?
He's not going to go in a muscle-up position. He's going to send it. No!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if powering your way through it in a lock-off position is the right way to go. I don't think you get enough as strong as an athlete like William is.
He's going to try it again. He's going to go muscle-up position. Yes, he will. Can he get an extra dip here?
Yes, and no! William Fu falls back, and he's going to come up short from qualifying for the finals. You know, William Fu had a great run overall. He went for some skips, he took some risks, and unfortunately that cost him some retries. That's going to land him in 6th place and lock Tyson Knutson into the Premier Series finals. So congratulations, Tyson, joining Ethan.
Here we go. Super happy for those two. Gonna move on to Parker Malakad. Been doing Ninja for about 3 years, coming out of Fit Set Ninja. Parker has a strong gymnastics background, which is good for obstacles like Watch Your Gut. He switched to Ninja in 2021 and has never looked back. He has been to the Canadian finals 3 times and has competed in WNL championships this year. Parker is looking forward to another strong season, and it's evident through his expertise out here on Flower Power.
Very smooth so far. Parker had the 2nd fastest time on the placement course, so we know that this kid can move. The question is now, can he handle all of these tricky combinations that Jaden and Becca have thrown at these athletes? So far, not a problem, but you can still see on the bottom right of your screen, he's still in 9th place, which is last. Not a surprise at the moment because so many athletes have made it further at this point, and Parker looks like he's going to be progressing just as far, if not farther, than his competition.
Definitely looking like he's on pace to do so, moving at a very efficient one. Here he goes. He's going to take that momentum to get the ring first time. 3 minute 40 left on the clock. He hooks everything together. Got to get a pull back on the edge of the box. There he goes.
All right, nice hop up now. Watch Your Gut has taken out the last 2 competitors, surprisingly, but not Parker. Parker's going to keep his run alive. He's hopped into 6th place now. Has to get into the top 3 to guarantee his spot ahead of our final runner. Let the
Interesting strategy there on Tripping Point. What he did there was he waited in the middle, let it tilt a tiny bit, and then jumped out, and it worked for him. Now
he was
coming
trying to
on.
avoid a. I think he was trying to avoid a knee smasher.
Ooh, yeah, very true. Now he's coming up to time that grab, which he has done successfully.
Gets the
There
throw
he
and
goes.
hops up. I think he had so much force coming into that dismount. Yeah, he's going to reset and wait. But he had so much force coming into that dismount that he had to jump to the ring in order to avoid using a retry.
Here goes Parker. Yes,
Wow.
he's made it. Not a
Super
single
clean
retry has had to be used yet.
And his time is amazing as well. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. Coming into our final 2 obstacles, he's going to have the most amount of time. You can see there he is 36 seconds ahead of Ethan Perkins' pace right now. But of course, it wouldn't really matter about pace if he can just become our first challenge course finisher in the teen male division.
Looks like he's excited on the course here. A lot of strength out here. He's gonna... No, he's not gonna link. He's gonna build up momentum to go for a bigger skip. There we go. Now, here he is, coming onto the final obstacle with just over 100 seconds left.
He's not taking some chalk right now. He does have a retry if he needs it. And he might need it for this tricky grab here.
Massive pull back in momentum.
Yes, he gets it! Parker
Here we go!
cruising through right now. Taking
The
one
slow
side.
Pagoose.
And now for the last move to the buzzer.
Here we go!
Parker
He's happy!
is our first challenge course clear in the teen male division, locking his
Happy
place into the
days.
Premier Series finals.
Let's go, Parker, man! He's absolutely ecstatic, well-deserved of a qualifying spot there. All of that was done with no retries as well. He made everything on his first try. That is impeccable. Come on. On point on everything. The tipping point tech, the sky hooks out here. And look at this. Expertise just slots in. Ooh, amazing.
Wow.
Right then.
Just wow. That was crazy. And now looking at this leaderboard again, we have at the top of the leaderboard, Parker Malakad, also following him are Ethan Perkins and Tyson Knutson, who are all finalists now. But Jackson Ross, who is our fastest athlete on the placement course, is looking to destroy that. And if I were Gabriel Durichen, I'd be a little nervous. Currently, he's on the hot seat, made it to the final obstacle in 4 minutes, 36 seconds. And if Jackson Ross is moving as quickly as he is right now throughout the entire course, Gabriel's in trouble.
Exactly. I would not advise you blink during this run because you will miss at least 4 obstacles. Here we go. Jackson Ross hastily locking these doors in place here. Our final runner on the challenge course today. Got tech everywhere out here. Great stuff on door tech. Here we go. Now moving
I think
up,
he's going
down,
for a
and
skip.
around.
No, he's not. He's not. Oh, he
He's
is.
arching
He
for
is.
it. Here he goes.
No! Comes up short, just a couple inches. You can see his toes get to the front of the platform, but needed to get completely on it. So now he'll try again.
Moving fast. No, he's going to
Gets
go
the
the
ring this
regular
time.
intended route. Interesting strats here from Jackson Ross. Going to hook everything together. Push back. Careful with the monitors, Greg. Nice.
Jackson knows what he has to do, so he knows that he shouldn't take too many risks, but my goodness, with a save like that, you can tell that he still plans on getting the fastest time. Oh, slams into the truss, hopes he's okay. Oh,
Must
my
have broken
goodness.
his spine there, but he's making his way through.
All right, coming on up. Gonna chalk up a little bit before time that grab. Currently in 7th place out of 10. Has to get in that top 4 if he wants to qualify for finals.
Shaking
Keep your
out
eyes.
whilst his feet are in place. Yes, there we go. Going to take one backswing and then presumably release. No,
Taking
one
another.
more.
It is a big dismount, so taking
It
that extra
is.
swing, definitely smart. And also, he made sure he came in control. Didn't overshoot it, didn't undershoot it. Now coming into hook and throw.
Has he got that skyhook tech on lock? Let's have a look here. Yes, he does. Of course he does. Ooh,
Smacks
okay.
the ring down, but it's down by him now, and he can continue to set himself up for the exit strategy of this obstacle.
Gonna get an extra swing to get more momentum closer.
Wow.
Ooh, yes, nice. Getting down there all well and good. 2 minutes 10 remaining for the final 2. He's now moving on to Bartek with an exclamation mark. He is off. Come on. Oh, look at that. He
Jeez,
literally
one
skipped all of the
throw.
track in one. He is linked. No, he's gonna align for the skip. Is he? Yes.
Now, this is going to land him in the top 4, puts him in 2nd place. He's going to the finals. Now let's see if he can beat the course and also see if he can do it faster than Parker.
He's gonna chalk up. No, he's gonna hydrate instead. Needs a bit more H2O in his system before he can get through this techie move. Come on, Jackson Ross. Massive pullback. The precision
Oh,
is not on
undershot
point.
But you know what? He's going to reset. He does have a retry, and he's got time to get to the buzzer.
He was very close on that first attempt of the techie grab. Can Jackson make it on his second attempt?
Oh, no! Not going to end in a buzzer for Jackson Ross, but he's going to take second place, and he will be one of our 4 Premier Series finalists. Getting a lot of kudos from his team there.
Everyone should be very proud of Jackson right here.
And again, he had such a great run. Went for an early move there on up, down, and around, and a great save. Watch your gut as well. And it just came down to that ever so tricky move on our final obstacle here. But that is going to do it. Our top 4 locked in. Parker Malaka, Jackson Ross, Ethan Perkins, and Tyson Knutson on the teen male side. Those are your Premier Series finalists. What a
super proud of Ethan mostly, I think, going all the way from first, keeping him first since being the first runner and ending up in third at the end. Incredible stuff. Here we go as well. We have our 4 lasses who are going to qualify to finals, and our top 3 of Lily, Amelia, and Savannah. We can get replays of those 3.
That's right. Taking a look first at Lily, who took 3rd place on the challenge course. Was moving very smooth, had a lot of speed, and at that time is definitely what gave her a great run. Look at the save there as well. Stayed calm and composed on there. An amazing fly over on hook and throw. And then, of course, coming in 2nd place is Amelia, who fought all the way to the final obstacle, had pretty much textbook technique through every single obstacle to that point. Got timed that grab by the fingertips. Awesome job from Amelia Keating. And, of course, our winner, taking her 2nd win of this season of the Premier Series, Savannah Salinas, with a full clear, had to run the challenge course first as well.
Yes.
And got that buzzer, showing just how good she is.
Super decorated. She can add to her resume Premier Series finalist and #1 qualifier, and our only clear on the course for the teen female division today. Great stuff all around from all 3 of you. Ethan Perkins, what a legend, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just like Savannah was the first runner in his division to take on the challenge course and still managed to qualify, taking the bronze today. Set the bar very high and managed to hold on long enough to where he can now call himself a finalist. Really put the pressure on other athletes to perform just as well as he did.
Indeed so. We had Jackson Ross as well, who we just saw get really, really fast throughout all of the course, particularly. Realistically, he tried the skip on up, down, and around. Amazing save. That's just so satisfying to see. Again, the standard skip on the flying bar here.
And then, of course, taking it over to Jackson Ross, who was our last runner. We go from our first runner to our last runner in 2nd place. Jackson was absolutely flying through the course and had a bit of he had one retry where he tried to go for a massive long jump, essentially. And it didn't fully pay off for him, but he still put up an amazing run, recovered where he needed to, and was moving at a great speed. Look at that save as well there, similar to Lily that we saw a little earlier.
Great stuff from Jackson there. We head into Parker as well. Amazing stuff. Our first and only clear of the teen male division out here. Look at that. He wanted to go for that massive skip, but he looks like he changed it last minute. Easy stuff on that swing as well.
Yeah, our first and only clear of the teen male division. It's this special delivery move. You could see the celebration as he caught it, and an even bigger one at the buzzer, the smoke coming out for him. Parker absolutely demolished the course. A well-deserved win for him today. That is going to do it for the teen division here at Life Force Ninja. Be sure to tune back in a little bit later this year. We've got next week. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hello. Yeah, next week we have True Function over in the UK. And then we take a little bit of a break for about 2 weeks. Then we take it back stateside for the SoFlo Ninja Academy qualifier and round out the qualifier tour at Modus Ninja's Lee Summit in Missouri. It's going to be awesome. All leading up to the Premier Series Finals where, oh yeah, that's right, back here at Life Force, November 15th, 16th, and 17th, Bellingham, Washington is going to pop off with some of the greatest ninja action you have ever seen. So be sure to tune in or be there in person, you know? It's definitely going to be one you're going to want to see in person if you're in the Washington area.
It's a great just drive out for the day, see an incredible Ninja Sphere, just come out and see everything that they can properly do on a stage as big as Premier Series. And that's not it for the rest of the day. We have one more division. We've got our elites that are going to happen at 7:05 Eastern time, and that is it. We will have completed Life Force for the first time after that. And within that elite category, we have so many athletes. We're going to take a look at 3 especially, starting out with the one and only Mr. Tech Kai Diol. Look at that. Fly away on flying bars, fly away bars, whatever you want to call them. This guy traveled to Ferox last year for the World Premier Series Finals and put up an amazing performance there. Hoping to do the same this year, but has to qualify first. Zach Toussaint also did the same, was absolutely incredible last year, has tech everywhere. Bartek's incredible, linking everything. Hair flows in the wind whenever it happens. Super incredible. Yeah, just absolutely madness all around.
And then, of course, we have the reigning world champion in the elite female division, Nora Brown-John, who has taken home pretty much every title you could imagine. She's the reigning Canadian champion, the reigning world champion, and looks like she could potentially become the next Premier Series champion. We will find out very soon if she will punch her ticket to finals. Be sure to tune in 4:05 Pacific time, 7:05 Eastern time. We'll be back with the Premier Series with the Elite Division very, very soon. See you soon.
Absolutely. Happy days all around. I've been Billy Dixon and Kane Casillas as well. Thank you all for tuning in today. We'll be back with you very soon for some Elite action from the World Ninja League.